Hi friends, I hope you're all doing well and thank you for coming back and joining me here on Be Kind to Yourself. I am really overwhelmed and overjoyed by the amount of support that you've given me for my first two videos, and so I'm here again with video number 3, and I'd like to do a different sort of meditation with you all today. So as I mentioned, this will be the real core of what the channel is all about, and I will be sprinkling in a few other things, like the last video was the autumn decor, and things that really spark joy for me, keep me motivated, keep my mental health positive, keep me looking forward, and hopefully they will do the very same for you. So today I want to do a different type of meditation, and that is a full body scan. And for me, this is my very favourite to teach and to practice, because it's really a step by step. It's very easy to follow, it's very relaxing, it gives you time to stop and focus on your body without distraction, hopefully. And it is for beginners, it's for the seasoned professionals in the mindfulness business, so whoever you are, I hope that you will give this a go and that you will enjoy. So I'd like to begin this meditation in very much the same way as my first video. So if you haven't watched that, I would suggest to go back and check it out now. It's very short. It'll just give you a brief introduction into some of the breathing techniques, some of the things to visualize when you're breathing, and ways to bring your attention back when our mind inevitably wanders in all directions, as it is trained to do. If you're here watching this video and you've watched the first one, then that's great. I will try to do a bit of a catch up so that everyone is definitely on the same page. So first of all, I'd like to make sure that you're sitting preferably on the floor. This is ultimately the best way to feel literally grounded. If you can't sit on the floor for any reason, then make sure you're sitting on a surface that is sturdy, not too soft and squishy, because we will automatically be wanting to cuddle up and scrunch up, and it's really important for us to maintain our structure, keep the back straight, sit up, good posture. It just opens up the airways and it just makes you feel more present. So once you're sitting on the floor in a comfortable position, as I've said, back straight. If you need to, you can roll your shoulders back, and this will make you sit in a position that is comfortable for you. Don't overstretch, overarch. Don't try to sit in a position that you think is correct. It needs to be comfortable for you, but also you need to make sure that you are stable in where you're sitting, and you have good posture, and overall you feel like you're getting a good stretch, but something that can be held for about 15 minutes or so. Once you're in that position, I will invite you soon to close your eyes. If you don't want to close your eyes, that's absolutely fine. I would suggest you to look about 2 meters into the distance and soften your gaze. If you do want to, you can have something to softly focus on, like a candle, but for me, I close my eyes because that is the best way to shut out the outside world. It takes away that vision. That's another form of distraction that could be there for you. So let's begin. Mindfulness is the practice of being aware of the present moment, and that includes everything that is inside your body and outside, and anything that we allow to be acknowledged within the moment. So we're going to get rid of everything that we don't need for this meditation, and the purpose of that is to make the focus you. So in my last meditation video, I mentioned the safe space that we create around us. So usually in these sessions, when I'm physically with you, we would sit in a circle, and that would be our safe space, shutting out the outside world, and only what happens inside the world is inside the circle is important to us. But But because we can't be together right now, you're going to create your own safe space. So it can be around you, it can be any shape, any size, any colour, anything you want, anything that brings you joy and makes you feel safe. Create that space around you now. So this, in creating, sorry, I forgot to mention, if you are coming from the first video, it's really great if you can come back to the same safe space that you were in your first one and have that be a consistent thing throughout your meditative practice, because it will automatically bring you back to that moment you were in when you were last meditating. It will bring you back to that peaceful, safe space, and whatever other lovely emotions you were feeling, hopefully you can mimic them again just by bringing yourself back to that safe space. So now we're in our safe space. We are blocking out the outside world and everything that comes with that. So all our worries, all our stresses, our to-do list, all of that, we leave that outside our safe space, and the only thing that we have in our safe space is what we need to think about in this meditation, which is just us, our body, and how we are. So now we've got rid of all of those things, it's important for you to know that within this session there are no goals to meet. There's no expectations, there's no challenges to face, no problems to overcome. There's no expectation of you in this session. And anything that does happen, you should experience it, accept it, acknowledge it, without any sort of judgment towards yourself. And that's the most important thing. It doesn't matter if you feel that you haven't been successful in the meditation. What's important is the fact that you showed up today for a reason, and you should be proud of yourself for that. So now within your safe space, again, usually it would be in a circle and we'd be facing inwards, back to the outside world. But if you could allow me into your safe space, then we can work one-on-one in this meditation. And now that you've got rid of everything that isn't essential to you, I invite you to close your eyes. And what you are left with is you and your breath. So take a few moments to think about your breath. And as I mentioned before, it's not about changing the speed or the depth of your breath. Just acknowledge it exactly the way that it is. There's no need to change. And in doing so, you're practicing mindfulness because you're accepting something just for the way that it is. And you may find that your breath changes throughout the session. It may become slower, you may breathe deeper. And if that happens, then you should acknowledge and accept that as well. And that would come with meditation and becoming more relaxed, which can only be a positive thing. So we are going to begin on the very tops of our head now. And when I am teaching or practicing a body scan, I personally like to imagine the scan being like a warm breeze. I'm going to run through the parts of the body. We're going to work our way down from our head right to our toes, and I imagine it like a warm breeze passing over me. If that works for you, then please go ahead and do that. If not, you can imagine warm water or anything else that you feel is relevant and hits home with you. Please feel free to remove when I say warm breeze and insert whatever is best for you. So beginning at the very tops of your head, allow the warm breeze to pass over your forehead. And when the breeze passes, you'll release any tension that you're holding in this part of the body. And allow it to pass over your eyebrows, your eyelids, down across your cheeks, down over your jaw, really take a minute to think about your jaw, because it's a place where we hold so much tension. When we're feeling stressed or anxious, we hold it in our jaw. Sometimes we hold it in our forehead as well. So if you need to, then go back over your head, start from the beginning and go right down. And make sure that tension is gone. And this is probably the place where you feel the most benefit, because you can feel that tension as it falls away. Allow it to fall away. And now let the warm breeze pass down your neck, across your shoulders. And please, if you feel like you need to slightly move during this to make sure the tension is fully released, then feel free to. But every movement should be thoughtful. Make sure that you're doing it in a mindful way. You're thinking about how it feels when you move your shoulders back to get more comfortable. You're thinking about how the tension is released. So allow the warm breeze to pass over your shoulders. First we're going to go down your back. So imagine the breeze is passing down your spine, and at the same time it's moving across your back. It's releasing the tension, it's draining all from your body so that you feel completely relaxed. And that warm breeze will now flow down your chest. And at this time you can really think about the breath, how it feels when you're taking that big inhale, how it fills your lungs, your chest expands. And on the exhale, how your chest collapses and you release the air. And you can consider it like releasing that tension. Release anything you're holding in your chest, the stress, the worries. Let it go on your breath. And just a reminder at this point, if your mind is wandering, if you're thinking about worries, then please just gently bring your attention back. And do so without any judgment. It doesn't matter how many times you need to bring your attention back. What matters is that you do bring it back, and you can pick up on the last body part that you remember that we were working on. So now allow the breeze to flow down your chest, into your tummy, and again, hold no tension here. There'll be no sucking in here. Let it all go. This is your time to be completely relaxed. And allow that to pass down your legs. And then consider how you're sitting on the floor or on the surface that you're sitting. And think about the way your body's coming into contact with that surface and how that feels. Maybe there's a change in temperature that you can tap into, and a difference between where you're sitting and another part of your body that isn't in contact with anything. Can you feel the different surface that you're sitting on? Is there a different texture? Really dig into that feeling. But at the same time, remember the main goal is for us to let go of the tension and relax. But as we do so, we acknowledge things about our body, we explore all the different parts. So then allow the warm breeze to pass down over your legs, and make sure you think about every single part of your leg. Allow it to move as slowly as you need. Down to your knees. Allow it to flow on both sides of your legs. Again, if you need to move your legs to make yourself feel more comfortable, then please do. But every movement should be done mindfully and with purpose. Now allow the warm breeze to pass down your shins, all around the lower part of your leg, until you reach your ankles and your feet. And again, we hold a lot of tension in our feet if we've been running around all day doing things or standing up a lot of the day, which a lot of us do. You can hold a lot of tension here, so try and let that go. Allow that breeze to pass all the way down your feet, right to the tip of every toe. And if you can, acknowledge every single toe separately. And you can do so just by a feeling, or you can physically imagine your toes. Either way that works for you. Now allow yourself to scan back up, and we'll go back over the arms. That's the place that we haven't done so far. So the breeze is back up here around your shoulders, and you can take this opportunity to check in to make sure you're sitting up well. I was slumping a little bit there. So sit up straight, get that good posture back, and allow the breeze to pass down your arms. And in the same way as your legs, every single part of your arm should be acknowledged. And when your mind wanders away, please bring it back without any sort of judgment. We'll continue with the arms. Consider every single part, your elbows, down your forearms, down the backs of your hands and your palms, right down to every single fingertip. And I'd suggest, if you need a few seconds or a few minutes of meditation or a moment of calm, I would do a body scan of your arms, and it can start at your wrist and it can go right down to your fingertips. When you get to your fingertips, hold your attention here. And if you work really hard to, you can feel a sort of electric hum in your fingertips. And if it works for you, then consider the power that you hold within your hands, the strength, and allow that to give you the boost you need. You hold so much power. You are so strong. You are so capable. And you should be so proud of yourself that you are taking this time to look into yourself, to step inwards, and to explore and find out more about yourself. I think that lots of businesses are talking about mindfulness and self-love and meditation and wellness. But the truth is that we don't need to buy things. You can't commoditize wellness. When it comes to self-love, self-care, the main thing that you need is the time to spend with yourself. And the very first step is the one that you have taken today, and that is to sit down on the floor and breathe. And in doing so, you are taking those inward steps towards self-discovery. And it may sound airy-fairy to some of you, but it's those steps that will really make the biggest impact on you. It will make the biggest impact on your mental health, the way that you feel about yourself, your self-esteem, even your general outlook on life. It can change everything if you just take these inward steps. Allow these moments for yourself. And acknowledge and be proud of yourself when you do. There is no guilt associated with this. You should be so proud that you have taken the time for yourself. Just a few minutes. But consider how it's made you feel. And the difference in your breath and the way you're sitting and the way you're feeling and the lack of tension in your body because of this time you're taking for yourself, and consider how much that is worth to you. So please take this moment to take some more inward and outward breaths. every breath being intentional, being acknowledged. And if you want, you can do a quick scan now from head to toe and make sure again that tension is completely gone. Your whole body can be enveloped in this warm breeze that you've allowed to pass through you. And you can feel proud that you have come into this safe space and you have dedicated this time. I've said it before, but it's so important to not feel guilty about taking this time. You deserve it and you need it. So be pleased with what your safe space has given you for this meditation. So a few more deep breaths. And open your eyes and allow yourself to come back to the room. I really hope that you're feeling positive, calm, happy, all those good mood things. And I can't wait for you to join me again next time. Thank you. Thank you again so much for joining me today. I hope that meditation has given you what you needed. If it's the start of your day and you needed that little push to get out of bed, or maybe you're ready to jump into bed like I am, and hopefully it's given you a relaxing send-off for the day. I would love to have you back on my channel. Please like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you like, click the notification bell, and you will hear from me when I next post next week. And yeah, just thank you from the bottom of my heart for your support. It means the world to me, and I hope that what I'm providing here will help you in some way. Take care of yourself. Bye.